Hello and welcome to the Athens Area Humane Society Volunteer Orientation. My name is Denise Clemens and I am the Special Projects Manager for the Athens Area Humane Society. I manage the office for the Spay and Neuter Clinic. I'm also in charge of accounts receivable, accounts payable. I'm also in charge of donations and sending out thank you letters. And most importantly, I coordinate the volunteer program. And I do much more. I'm kind of the go-to person for any issues, concerns, problems that come up throughout the Humane Society. I did volunteer for a year and a half before I started working here. I did a lot of self-motivated projects. I was also asked to do a lot of different things. I volunteered at the shelter, cleaned during my lunch breaks, and I was just kind of offered a position here once we were able to actually have a special projects manager. And I definitely love my job. It changes every day. I love being able to help the animals. I have adopted from the Humane Society. This is myself and my husband and our two little kitties on our adoption day. And this is them today. Their names are Ella and Mimi. They're about 3.5. I've also adopted a dog from Animal Control. Her name is Holiday, and she gets to go to work with me. That's one great thing about working for the Humane Society. You get to bring your animals to work with you. I'm also a big fan of Mutts. Mutts Comics is a comic strip that runs in a lot of newspapers throughout the country. It's very popular. Their website is muttscomics.com. I do highly recommend checking it out. I had the pleasure of meeting Patrick McDonald, who is the artist for Mutts. He's kind of my hero. He's very big in animal awareness. He's a huge animal advocate. He's actually on the board for the Humane Society of the United States. He uses his comic strip every chance that he can to help promote issues that are affecting animals. Just letting people be aware about the training of dogs, dog fighting, and then he dedicates the whole month of November. Each week the strip is dedicated to a different animal in the shelter. He actually visits the shelters in Pennsylvania, which is where he lives, and dedicates each strip to an actual animal that's in the shelter. So he's very big in promoting what we do and just helping the animals through what he can through his comic strip. One comic strip that I like to share with you is Mutts Angels. It's my favorite comic strip, and it just kind of gives you the perception behind the animal's eyes of how they view an animal shelter. Hi, Stinky. Where are you going? I've got to visit my angels. Angels? Not too long ago, I was lost, alone, hungry, scared. Then out of nowhere they appeared. One fed me. One fixed up my busted leg. They all held me. So I wouldn't feel so alone in this big old world. Then beyond all miracles, they found me my Annie. Yep, angels, I say. So my first question to you is, why are you here? One big response that I usually get is that you love animals. And perhaps you like to learn what you can do to help animals. Maybe there's something missing from your life and you just like to learn how you can help animals and make a difference in the world. Maybe you can't have pets where you live and you need interaction with them. Or maybe you have an interest in animal welfare and animal issues in our community. Just want to be involved in those issues, learn more of what you can do for the animals in our area. So I'd like to give you a big thank you for just watching this orientation and hopefully starting to volunteer. Time is the most valuable thing that you can offer. We can get all the donations in the world, but if we don't have the people to implement the money that we get in our different programs and services, then there's really not much that money is worth unless we have people to be able to use that money. As a volunteer, you are a part of AAHS. We have our staff members, our board members, our donors, and our volunteers. So our successes are your successes. Even if you aren't directly involved with one of our major successes, you being a volunteer has helped us get there. You freed up staff time by doing the different tasks that we've asked that we need help with, and has, accomplished our big goal and reaching our mission. It is your skills, your uniqueness, and your commitment that will make a difference for animals in our community. And the animals definitely need you. So a big thank you for deciding to be a volunteer for the Humane Society. And of course, we need you too. We have limited funding, meaning that we don't get a whole lot of money coming in, so the volunteers help us reach our mission with that limited money that we do receive. You also help us spread awareness. Hopefully after you watch this orientation, you may tell a friend about us. You may hopefully learn something that you never knew before that we offer one of our services. And also it's a lot of education that you can spread around, just spreading awareness that we are here, that we're a service for our community. You also create a network. If we are in need of something and you can't directly help us, you may have a friend or a friend of a friend that can help us with whatever need that we may have. You also create a variety and bring unique skills and talents to the organization. The more people we have, the more skills and talents that we have. I'm talented at a few things, but there's a lot of things that I'm not talented at, as well as several of our staff members. So having more volunteers allows us to broaden our range of skills and talents within our organization. You also bring a renewed energy and excitement, as well as new ideas. A lot of us have been working here for a long time. We're very passionate about it, and we may try the same thing over and over, and we were just out of ideas. By having volunteers, and you can bring in that new energy and excitement and new ideas that something we may not have ever thought of before. And most importantly, you help us get the job done. And what do you get? Usually when you volunteer, it's usually not for selfish reasons, but there are a lot of things that you can benefit by being a volunteer. Most importantly, you get the joy of helping save lives. Every day, all the work that you put in is helping save lives of animals that are brought into our shelters. Hopefully you'll learn something. You can get some education for yourself and your friends. Just being around animals, being around our staff members that have had experience in the animal world. You'll learn stuff through us and through your experiences. It's also a great resume builder. If you put on your resume, even if you're not going into any animal related field, if you put on your resume that you volunteer, that shows that you go above and beyond, that you're more than just, going to your desk and, working towards that paycheck, that you have a bigger goal in mind, that you are here for a reason, you're put on this earth and you want to make a difference, and you volunteer your time, and so you're going above and beyond, and that is highly looked upon by employers. You'll meet new people every day. Different volunteers coming in and out. The public, we have people coming in all the time, any of our events. There's a ton of people that you can meet out there. So it's a great social aspect that you can add to your life. And it's a lot of fun. So today's agenda, what I'm going to go over during your orientation. First I'm going to have a promotional video that's going to give you kind of an overview of our different services. Not everything is in there, and we do have a few new things that are coming up. Just keep an eye out on emails and the website for any updates to that video. But it'll just kind of give you an overview of about everything that's AAHS. I'll go over what is the Athens Area Humane Society. Give you a little bit of history of the Athens Area Humane Society. Then I'll tell you about all the different programs that we offer. Then most importantly, I'll go over the volunteer opportunities that we have. I'll go over each job description and how we need help and what you can do to help us. Then any position that does involve direct animal contact, we do require training. The main reason we ask for training is so that you are comfortable with handling the animals. These animals are in a stressful environment, aren't exactly like any animals that you'd have at home that you are used to dealing with. So we'll just kind of give you some tips and pointers on how to handle the animals, and so that all the animals are treated the same, and so that you're comfortable once you do start volunteering. You've already been trained and you know what to do and you know what's expected of you for the volunteer position that you've chosen, and you'll be ready to get started. I'm also going to go over some online tools and resources. Because we have our different locations, it is kind of hard for us to have a central location where we can stay in contact with anybody. So we definitely use the internet as a big resource of staying in contact with volunteers. You can also sign up for your training online as well as signing up for the days that you would like to volunteer. And there are a lot of resources online, different websites that give a lot of educational opportunities as well as webinars, videos, and just informational brochures that you can learn more about animals, and then you can have a bigger impact for animals yourself with the more education that you do receive. Then any questions, of course, you're always welcome to email me. My email address is denise@athenshumanesociety.org. You can also find that on our website, or you can email directly through our website, or at the end of the video, I will give you my phone number if you need to call me for any questions too. So now I'd just like for you to click on the next link to watch our promotional video.